Sometimes an accidentally placed space in an email address can change a whole life. What to do if a mysterious stranger from the net became the object of desire of a married girl? Will their meeting stand the reality check? You'll find out in the retelling. Emma sends an email to the editor of Lake magazine. She asks to cancel her subscription to this publication. Leo Leakey rides the streetcar to work. He watches a young couple sitting nearby gently touching each other. Leo enters a university building. He is giving a lecture to students about communication problems.
It takes about 200 milliseconds to send a visual message to a partner, but to decide how to respond to this message, we need more than 600 milliseconds. There is such a communication gap, and it is characteristic not only of humans. Look at how our closest relatives, the higher primates, behave in similar situations.
Leo receives a letter from Emma addressed to the magazine editorial board. Leo and his girlfriend Marlena are sitting in a restaurant with friends who are husband and wife. Leo and Marlena kiss passionately. The friends tell them that what they are doing is indecent. Leo walks Marlena out and asks whose house they will go to. Marlena wants to go to Leo's. He then suggests that they celebrate Christmas with his family in Paris. But Marlena informs Leo that she has been seeing another man from Spain for 3 months. He is a pilot and calls her to come to Spain. Leo is sadly silent. Marlena declares that she can't take it anymore, catches a cab and leaves. Leo tries to stop her, but all in vain. Leo is visited by his sister Adrienne. She asks Leo why he listens to sad music. The sister says that only a foolish woman could leave such a man. She wants him to meet her friend Clara. Before leaving, Adrienne turns off the sad music, but Leo turns it back on after his sister leaves. Leo goes to a jewelry store and looks for an engagement ring. The salesman offers to inscribe a name or a wish. Leo buys the ring. Leo arrives at Marlena's house and rings the intercom. No one answers. Leo gets into his car and waits for Marlena to return. He receives Emma's letter again, addressed to the magazine, informing him that she will no longer pay for the magazines delivered to her because of the poor quality of the printed material. Leo writes to Emma that she has the wrong address. He has already received 3 unsubscribed messages from her. Emma replies to Leo rather harshly.
You're an idiot.
Your statements are monotonous. Why don't you think of something else?
Words are empty sounds. The world would not disappear if we stopped labeling things and facts verbally.
I can argue that as a linguist.
And as an aggressive idiot, you can also respond.
And I like my profession. Words are masks. If you tear them off, it's fraught with self-disclosure.
I can see that you are a happy man.
Leo goes to his mother's house for Christmas. All his relatives are there. Leo asks his mother why you are still wearing your wedding ring, since his father is long gone. The mother replies that he is the one who divorced her, not her. Leo drives down an empty road and gets a message from Emma again.
Your words in defense are impressive. Or are you just a lonely person if you write to a stranger at night?
And what are you if you write in the early morning to a stranger?
You've hit the mark.
Can I call you by your first name, Emmy?
Actually, I'm Emma.
Sorry, my fingers are fat and my phone has narrow buttons, but you don't strike me as Emma. There's something grounded, solid about that name.
Strong like wine?
In the evening, the intercom rings at Leo's apartment. It's Marlena. Leo spends the night with her. They make plans for Christmas. Leo says he wants to marry Marlena, but in the morning, Marlena leaves. Soon, Leo receives a message from her that she can't do that as it is cheating on her part. Marlena leaves him. Leo writes to his sister Adrienne, and she advises him to write to Marlena one last time. Leo waits to hear back from Marlena until 9 p.m., but she does not respond. Instead, he receives a letter from Emma in which she wishes him a Merry Christmas.
And I like the freedom that anonymity gives.
Is this to be understood as an offer of virtual friendship? That is, we won't look for information about each other on the internet.
My ficus is sick. Do you understand anything about it?
You can tell what's wrong with a plant from a single leaf.
Leo is at the supermarket. He sees a married couple of his friends at the checkout. They are quarreling. The wife reproaches her husband for once again buying tomatoes, even though she's allergic to them. She reminds her husband that he's always sitting at the computer. Leo, meanwhile, continues to correspond with Emma.
So you're now hiding from your friends behind a shelf and eavesdropping on them? Sociophobe.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm reliable and tough.
What did I hit a nerve with you? Tell me something no one knows about you.
When I close my eyes under the shower, I don't know if I'll be in the same place when I open them. And that's how I envision a simple life.
Emma sends Leo a picture of her sitting in a glass ball on top of a large snowdrift. Snow is falling.
Where am I in this?
That's what my husband asks me too.
So you're married?
Yes, and I'm happy.
Then why are you talking to me? If I was married, I wouldn't be doing this, Emma.
So I'm Emma again? What else do you want to know about me?
Nothing.
Leo and Clara leave the bar. Clara vomits and tells him not to tell Adrienne about it. Leo brings Clara back to his house. She performs a dance in front of Leo and throws herself at him with kisses. At that moment, a message arrives from Emma. Leo leaves to go to the bathroom. Leo calls Adrienne. He asks her to call Clara and tell her that she needs help right away because he wants Clara to leave. Adrienne is surprised that her brother has decided to swap a real woman for a virtual one. Leo puts Clara in a cab and goes home. Then he writes to Emma again.
I'm stuck to you like a fish to the belly of a white shark.
You need to work on the appeal of comparisons.
Okay, like a tongue to a freezer, like a hair to a piece of butter.
Grab a bottle of wine and a glass. Looks like it's going to be a long night. When I look at men, I wonder, maybe one of them is you. I wonder if I would recognize you in the crowd.
Let's make a bet. Cafe Huber at 5 o'clock on a Sunday night. There's always a lot of people there. We won't talk or make signs. I just want to see you.
Emma arrives at a cafe and observes the customers. Back home, she writes to Leo.
You was there?
Of course I was.
All the men I've seen there make my toenails go bad.
I'll have to get a pedicure.
So which of the men was you?
I'm sorry, but I was standing outside the door.
Emma swims in the pool and remembers the evening at the cafe.
I got it. The owner of the cafe is a friend of yours. You worked as a waiter for a couple hours.
Did you like me?
You're not handsome.
That wasn't me. I wasn't the dishwasher, the janitor, or the security guard.
So who was you?
I was with my sister. She's a model. She was wearing a red sweater.
Emma remembers the girl in the red sweater. There was a man at the table with her, but he was sitting with his back to Emma.
So you sat with your back to me. You're such a moron.
A moron, but a very sneaky one. My sister tried to find you and offered several options, but I had my own option. You have dark hair and light eyes. You are sensual, desirable, but very careful.
And which option did you like better?
The last one. My sister said I could fall in love with one of those.
Leo arrives at the hospital where his mother is. Emma is lying in bed looking through the mail. Her husband Bernard enters and lies down next to Emma. Emma informs her husband that Fiona does not want to go to the Alps. Emma is pensive. Bernard kisses Emma and retires to his bedroom. Leo enters the room, removes the wedding ring from his mother's hand. Adrienne enters and Leo drops the ring. Leo says he wanted to see if the ring had an inscription on it. Leo looks at the ring. There is no inscription. He tries to put the ring on his mother's finger.
After we met in the cafe, something changed between us.
Yes.
Leo's mother dies. Emma suggests that Leo meet to support him. He agrees. Marlena comes to the funeral. Leo cancels his date with Emma. That night, Leo unexpectedly spends with Marlena. Leo texts Emma about his relationship with his girlfriend, but he asks Emma for a date anyway and says he wants to have a glass of wine with her. Emma passionately makes love to her husband. Emma accuses Leo of infantilism. They fight. Their relationship is on the verge of breaking down. But at night, Emma writes to Leo again and complains to him about the north wind that blows through her window. The conversation between them resumes.
You're a great help from the north wind. I like you a lot.
I like you too.
Emma tells Leo about her life, that Bernard is older than she is. They met at the conservatory. He has 2 children from a previous marriage and their mother was killed in a car accident. Bernard and the children go on vacation. Emma invites Leo for coffee. Bernard writes Leo a letter saying that he has read his correspondence with Emma. Bernard suggests that he spend the night with Emma and then Leo will become real to her and he will be able to fight for her. Leo is surprised by this message as he thinks Bernard should have told his wife.
You're not answering. It's so painful. Don't be silent.
I'm going to work in Boston. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to stop corresponding. You're married. You have a family. I want to see a real woman.
Emma searches the internet for Leo. She finds his house and leaves a note in the mailbox.
Will you meet me tonight? I want to see your lips when you talk. I want to see your eyes sparkle. What will you tell your husband?
I'm off to meet the linguist.
What if you come back in the morning?
Do you think I can be back in the morning?
I can't rule anything out. I won't lock the door. You'll walk into my apartment yourself and I'll kiss you. We'll do it with our eyes closed. Just one kiss. Then we'll open our eyes.
How do you kiss?
I kiss the same way I write.
Then I'll take my chances.
Emma tells her husband about where she's going. He calls her Emmy. She realizes that her husband knows everything. She also realized that she loves Leo.
My husband named me Emmy, not Emma. Just one letter. Something happened. My love has gone beyond the network. I love you.
Emma sends a message to Leo and receives an automatic reply that the address has been changed. The user can no longer receive emails to it. Emma runs out of the house, gets in the car, and drives to Leo's house. She sees him loading things into the trunk of the car. Emma runs up to him. They look into each other's eyes.